who each has something to prove on the biggest stage in all of sports. Let's get to sports editor Mike Bako from digitalnational.com. What is one of them's 11th start or something?
Yeah, exactly. Who would have thought that when Jim Harbaugh made the change from Alex Smith to Kaepernick that he would be in this situation? I think there was a higher chance that people would be raking Harbaugh over the coals for this than him being in the Super Bowl.
But it paid off immediately.
Immediately. I mean, he took the team from a playoff contender all of a sudden to this dynamic offense that it wasn't just a defensive team. You had to game plan for every single variable, and that's what Kaepernick brings to the game.
So from my perspective, of course, it's Patrick Willis and the Niners versus Michael Orr and the Ravens, and I don't know. How do you see this thing going?
I think it's going to be a close game. I think the offensive weapons on both sides are pretty equal, but then there comes the variables. You have the quarterbacks, Flacco, slow and steady. He's been the giant killer, knocking off Peyton, knocking off Tom Brady on the road. So he's got that pedigree, but then Colin Kaepernick, at any moment, he could just break a run for 70 yards. He could throw a pass for 70 yards. So it's tough to game plan for that.
And this, well, game planning, brother versus brother, I guess they know a little bit about each other.
Yeah, just a bit. And their dad is certainly soaking up the spotlight as well, as you can imagine, and as the Mannings have done in the past, and as you should in this situation. This is a situation to embrace the moment, and both of these coaches, you know that they're very disciplined. They're not going to get lost in the entire moment.
I guess the team that doesn't turn the ball over too much is probably the one that wins. But what to watch for?
I think you got to watch for the big plays. I think Flacco going deep, that's been their bread and butter. They beat Peyton Manning with that. They beat Tom Brady with that. And I think you have to look at the big plays from Kaepernick. He did it on the road against Green Bay, and he did it on the road in Atlanta. So it's going to be a game where you may see 4-yard runs, 5-yard passes, and then a 60-yard bomb. Those are going to be the plays that are going to decide this game. And I think it's going to go down to the fourth quarter and which team makes the bigger plays at the end.
Wouldn't surprise me. Next year, and for the first time, I guess, the Super Bowl is in New York.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody's been like, New York weather, New York weather. Yeah. Today, let's see, Sunday in New York, high 36, low 25. That's not horrible.
That's not horrible, but when you think about the biggest game of the year, what happens if it was played last Sunday? 13 degrees.
Yeah, well, I know, and for days on end.
Yeah.
Rather be in Miami, New Orleans myself, but
exactly.
We'll definitely make the game. Mike Bako, great to see you. A little bit more.